G'day, I'm Greg. I'm the chief egghead here. That's research and development nerd for the rest of you guys. Today we're doing another unboxing. So these are our production samples that have come down from the factory. When a container gets loaded, the factory will basically air freight a bunch of them to us. So we can get a bit of a head start on advertising, which is what we're doing here, licensing, checking the cars to make sure what is actually coming down in the container is what we want. 9 times out of 10, that's usually pretty cool. This is the first chance we get to look at the cars that have come out of production, and we're going to take you along for the ride. So let's bust them open and have a good look. Right, well, that took a little bit longer than expected, but there you go. Let's go for a bit of a deep dive on each one of these in turn. Here we have the number 17 Shell V-Power Racing Mustang, as driven by the Davison brothers in the 2023 Bathurst 1000. We've already unboxed the 11 car, which is the Anton De Pasquale, Tony D'Alberto car from the same race in the last unboxing. If you've seen that car already out in the shops or you already own it, you already know the kind of quality that this car is. The finish of the red is spot on. It really pops as a car. Shell V-Power Racing cars generally do that anyway. So yeah, this is definitely the partner car to have if you've already got the other one from the 2023 race. Yeah. Bloody good, let's go. So here we have one of the copper rockets, as I like to call them. This one is the 2023 Gold Coast 500 Race 1 winner, which comes with a little surfboard, as was given out to the winners of Gold Coast 500s and 600s in the past. This one is sort of the matching pair to the number 19 Matt Payne car that won the Adelaide 500 in the same year. I think they're a really cool car. The copper colour just really works well on these Mustangs. The difference basically between this and the number 19 car, if you have a look, is we've got red inserts in the grille. Matt Payne's car has white and red end plates on the wing, and obviously car number and driver name as well. These cars are really cool. We had to do a bit of a deal with Penrite for the other cars, but now we'll be releasing them as a pair on our website, so keep an eye out for the pair of them coming up soon. Okay, here we have the 2023 Sandown 500 cars from Grove Racing / Penrite Racing. These are a retro livery based on the 1979 XC Falcon as driven by Alan Moffat. Oddly enough, the same livery that goes on a Falcon Coupe also works quite well on a Mustang Coupe. I think these cars are actually really cool. I'm a massive fan of retro liveries in general, for Sandown especially. We've seen a whole bunch of cool stuff this year as well, but these are from last year. If you recall, Reynolds and Tander didn't do so well. Wheel fell off their car and they didn't really get to the end of it. It was a DNF, but even so, these cars are actually really good. Just talking about the differences between the two cars, you can see from the front, one has white grille inserts and one has red grille inserts, apart from the car number themselves, so they can be differentiated on track. As a pair, I think these cars are mint. Go and grab them. All right, everybody's been waiting for this one, and me especially. This has been a long time in the making, and it has definitely given me a whole bunch of grey hairs. Even though it looks like a very simple livery, the devil is in the detail, and it's taken 3 or 4 goes to actually get this right. And now finally we've seen it in production, and you might have seen me go for a little bit of a cheer, because until you actually see it in the flesh, yeah, you never really know. So the big deal with this thing is there's a fade from about the front of the door to the front of the car that goes from white and very, very gradually changes into a very light grey. And so that gives the impression, I don't know whether it comes out on video or not, but when we do some shots close up, you'll probably be able to see it, or if you buy one, you'll be able to see it, that there's white dots in the grille inserts and across the bonnet that actually kind of look like they fluoresce because how do they get whiter than white? Because there's a very, very subtle grey shading in there. To get that right and to explain that to the factory took more than one go. Actually, it took like 3 or 4 goes, and it was like, no, do it this way. There was a lot of backwards and forwardsing, but finally we actually got it right. We were actually at the track when Dick Johnson was racing, or blasting around the track with this in conjunction with Greg Murphy in the Camaro, which is this one up here. These are kind of the pigeon pair from the 2022 Bathurst 1000 Gen 3 launch. Obviously, Camaro didn't really change much from 2021 to 2022, so we could already start the tooling on that pretty well straight away. But if you recall, when Gen 3 came out, it was initially going to be an S550, which is this car. And halfway through, Ford decided that they were going to change their minds and go for the S650, which is the car that we know today. The big difference obviously is the front end is completely different between S550 and S650, so in terms of doing an aero package, everything kind of had to start from scratch, and from our perspective, tooling had to start from scratch as well. So while we did the S550 in resin, this is a die-cast opening parts model, and that's why there's been such a delay on these, is we basically had to start again a year out, whereas we'd already pretty much got the Camaro sorted. Getting rid of these for a second. This car is actually quite nice. You know, in our opinion, cars, especially race cars that are based in white, always seem to work better. They just seem to express the lines of the car a lot more. They just look nice and clean. So I'm a massive fan of this car. And as I say, the devil's in the detail. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know. But once you do know, man, it just makes it such a cool car to have a look at. This one will be coming out in about a month's time. As I said, they're on the water now. We'll see them once they turn up. So if you haven't already, register your interest on the website, pre-order with your stockists, and get it while you can. Also worth mentioning, the certificates for this one are actually signed by Dick Johnson as well. So that's a little bit of an extra special deal for that one. Yeah, get them while you can. They're not going to last very long. Rightio, well, that's another unboxing done from us. As I said before, if you're interested in any of these cars and you haven't already, register your interest on the website or go and see a local stockist and do a pre-order with those guys. These are going to be coming out probably in the next month or so. So as I said, the container is on its way to us. That still takes probably about 4 weeks, maybe 5, depending on whether there's any issues. Once we get them, we'll be releasing them in a staggered fashion. So yeah, keep your eyes out, and yeah, hope you snag a good one. In the meantime, like and subscribe. The YouTube nerds tell me that only about 70% of the viewers are actually subscribed. So yeah, if you can subscribe, that'll help us, that'll help you, and obviously if you hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification whenever we do one of these new videos. Yeah, in the meantime, take it easy and happy collecting.